Ladies and gentlemen, always conceal your intention so that people may not know where you are going, so that people may not be able to predict. This is one of the 48 laws of power, whereby you should even read your opponent in the wrong direction so that they don't plan well. This is your host, Gashi Skyman, the tallest man in Back Africa. So this one applies to Sabina Chege. Sabina Chege yesterday said that she is not going to vie for any elective post in Murang'a. Aliwaambia watu akawaita katika kanisa, and she talked to them from her heart. Akawashukuru sana kwa kumchagua kwa mwongo mmoja, 10 years. Akasema kwamba hata sahau yale yote ambayo waliwahi kumfanyia, hata sahau namna ambavyo walikuwa wanajitokeza kumchagua. She never said where she was headed to, although alisema kwamba she will be serving Azimio in the national government. Kilichopo ni kwamba pale tuliona watu wakionyesha hisia za ndani sana. In fact, I could see some people crying because Sabina is one person who is very close to the electorate. Ni mtu ambaye anapendwa sana na watu pale katika sehemu za Murang'a. And people may think that this MP, that's the women rep, is not popular, but I can tell you the woman is very, very popular on the ground. And the other reason is that when she was talking, alikuwa anawaambia Gema ya kwamba ni heri wawe katika upande wa baba, and she gave all the reasons, and she elucidated the point that were it not for the handshake, and akawaambia kwamba hata Ruto was part of the handshake, kwa sababu pale mwanzoni tunaona Ruto alikuja upande wa Uhuru ndiye alimwendea, so they had a handshake, because you remember after the post-election violence tunaona kwamba Wakalenjin na Wakikuyu walikuwa mahasidi wakubwa. Kwa she said that there was nothing wrong when Uhuru went for the handshake with Baba. Kwa kilichopo ni kwamba aliwaelezea vizuri sana, and people seems to understand what she was saying. The other issue is that when you look at this woman, utaona kwamba alisema she is going for a higher responsibility without disclosing where she was actually going. Na unapoangalia, the move is calculated and deliberate. And then when you look at this woman, this is one person who can go to Nyanza and vie for any elective post na achaguliwe, anapendwa sana. Hilo ni jambo ambalo tunajua kwamba unapoangalia tena on the ground, this is one person who is single-handedly killing UDA in Murang'a, and he's doing it bila kujali. Unaona kwamba anagoga kichwa, na kugoga kichwa kuna maanisha kwamba kusabaratisha, you stir the water and then the enemy scatter in all directions. That is what she is doing, and it is important we look at the reason why she says she's not going to vie for the elective post. Kwa sababu mambo hayatokei vivi hivi tu. Tumesema mara kwa mara, hakuna sadifa, there are no coincidences in politics. Everything is planned, mitigated, and the outcomes are even put on the table. Ndio uone kile ambacho unatarajia. So I think, in my view, these are the reasons why Sabina Chege is not going to vie for any elective post. Number one, the ground is not very friendly to Azimio in Mount Kenya. Kwa hivyo ni mjiga tu ambaye anaendelea kupigana na vita ambavyo anaona ya kwamba hawezi akashinda. Kwa hivyo sometimes retreating in war is an act of war. Retreating without surrendering ni kuonyesha kwamba unajua vile ambavyo unafanya. She could be retreating to fight for another day. And mark you, if you come to the ground, Azimio may get 40% in Murang'a at the moment, but majority of the voters are inclined toward the Nandi party. Na akizungumzia pale aliwaambia vizuri sana kwamba Wakikuyu wajue kwamba UDA is not a Kikuyu party, it's not a Gema party. Na akawakumbusha vizuri sana yale ambayo wanafanywa pale akina Alfred Kitel, mnaona ile MP wa Nandi Hills, unaona vile ambavyo anateswa pale na kunyang'anywa cheti chake. Kwa hivyo she reminded the Gema nation that it should be very clear to them that their home is Jubilee. The other reason, I think, Sabina Chege could be the next National Assembly speaker. Kwa sababu which is this role national? Kwa sababu ukimwangalia pale unaona kwamba alikuwa anaambia watu wamuombe ili afaulu katika ile kazi ambayo atapewa. Na tena alikuwa anasema hivi, alikuwa anasema kwamba wakati atapewa ile kazi, ile jukumu, kwa sababu kulingana naye ni jukumu kubwa. Alikuwa anasema kwamba ataulizwa, how many people did you bring? Kikapu chako kina nini? Kwa when you look at this, she is very sure. That's why I'm saying she is very calculative, she is very deliberate in her move. Kwa most likely she is likely to be a speaker, and she could even be the speaker of even the Senate, but most likely I expect her to be the next speaker of the National Assembly, because Jubilee is going to produce a speaker. Because when you look at Azimio is bringing the President Raila Amolo Odinga, Deputy President Kalonzo, that is Wiper. So Jubilee, which is the third leg of the stool, African stool, must produce the speaker, because the speaker is the third most powerful person in the republic, and the person who is going to take this post is none other than one Sabina Chege. The other reason, which is very remote, is that she can also be Raila's running mate. Anything is possible in politics. Remember, I said never conceal your intentions. And you see, if she told people, I'm the person who will be the Baba's running mate, you see, the enemies will be at loose trying to devour her. Lakini sasa lazima ajaribu kutafuta mikakati ambayo itamsaidia kufanya nini? Kujificha, asijulikane anataka nini. Kwa hivyo this could be another strategy. So if she is nominated the running mate for Baba, don't be surprised. The other reason, in my view, is that she could be a CS in Baba's government, and that this one is most likely. She cannot miss the speaker, she cannot miss the running mate, and she cannot miss the CS, and she'll be very, very, very powerful. Do you know, maybe you have not thought that Azimio, among the members, Sabina Wanjiru Chege is a member of the Azimio Council. And Azimio Council is the most powerful body in Azimio, where Uhuru is the chairperson, Raila is the party leader, Kalonzo is a member of the council, Sabina and others. Kwa hivyo lazima atakuwa mtu mwenye uwezo mwingi sana. Kama Matiang'i, maybe, you never know if she's going to be a CS in Baba's government. The other reason, that's the fifth reason, is that she could have surrendered. Maybe surrendering, I said, doesn't mean that umeshindwa. Surrender is just an act of war, as I said. You can say, I'm not going to fight this, I leave to fight another day. It could be just her way of doing things. The other reason is that she wants to concentrate with Azimio campaigns in Mount Kenya. You know, not necessarily actually even Mount Kenya, the nationwide, because alisema ya kwamba she'll be involved in Azimio's campaign. Na jana tuliona kwamba anajaribu kwa vyovyote vile kujaribu kuwahisi watu wa Mount Kenya wamuunge mkono Baba. Mpaka akatumia hadithi nyingi sana ambazo only the Kikuyu can understand them, and they have a lot of meaning. When, for example, if you ask, do you want to be eaten by an old hyena or a young hyena, which one would you choose? Your guess is good as mine. Kwa Wakikuyu, mnataka kuliwa na fisi mzee au mnataka kuliwa na fisi mdogo mwenye tamaa kuliko fisi? Chagua wewe. Kwa hivyo maybe that's why she is concentrating with Baba's campaign. The other reason is that as she said, the Holy Spirit had spoken. You know, when it comes to the issue of Holy Spirit, I don't like arguing so much, because I want to mambo ya Mungu. We can be forgiven of all the sins, but the sins of talking against the Holy Spirit, you cannot be forgiven. Kwa hivyo hapa kulingana naye, Roho Mtakatifu wa Mungu aliongea na kuapa ya kwamba, ewe Sabina Chege, naapa ya kwamba leo wachane na siasa za kuchaguliwa katika sehemu za Murang'a. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the Holy Spirit has spoken. I know nothing to add about that. The other issue is that she could be tired of politics. And she's a human being. And you know, she has a family. She has children. And maybe she has spent so much time in politics, and now time has come for her to concentrate with her private life. It is possible. Unajua hizi siasa zinachosha sana kama hujui. And if you have enough money, by the way, these guys go for politics just to get money, not to serve the people. And when you accumulate enough wealth, I think you feel that there's no need of continuing to politics. And you see, there's also this Abraham's Maslow hierarchy of needs. And you know, when you start ruling the people, when you become the president, or maybe the governor, you feel like you have conquered everybody. Now, we cannot ignore her contributions in Murang'a. I would thank you for her contribution in Parliament. You know, she has been the chair of the Education Committee, Health Committee, and her contribution is well known, is very documented. Amejaribu sana. Vile vile, if you look at Murang'a Road Network, she has been very instrumental. I don't think in Mount Kenya there is any other county with very good infrastructure kama Murang'a. In Murang'a, for example, from Thika to Murang'a, unaona barabara ya rami imewekwa rami nyingine, rami juu ya rami, and there's not a single pothole. And these roads, there are so many feeder roads going right into the village. And I don't know what Murang'a people would say, because kama kuna watu ambao wamekarabatiwa barabara ni watu wa Murang'a, watu wametumiwa barabara kwa sababu and it has taken her influence. You know, even Macharia, by the virtue of the fact that he comes from Murang'a, the CS for roads, when you combine the two, in fact, I wish you visit Murang'a one of these days, because the last time I visited there, we were transversing various places. Even Mau Road is passing through there. Even Barabara, Kutoka, Keno, Marua is still passing there. And so many roads, so many roads. The other issue is that a number of boreholes have been dug at Wezi to Kapuza. Electricity connectivity, almost every homestead kuna stima Murang'a. Maji, tunaona maji, Marikwigi wamejaribu sana, it's taken our influence. And what touched me is the hundred of children, school going children, others orphans, wale ambao amekuwa akiwasaidia. Na alisema ya kwamba hata kama ameacha na kazi ya kuchaguliwa, she will still continue helping these people, including aged people, aged parents, buying blankets and so on and so forth. And this is one lady who you cannot ignore. The beautiful Sabina Chege, a lady, beautiful, brainy, intelligent, and somebody you'd actually love to be your friend. I'm your host, Gashis Kaiman, the tallest man in Black Africa. Kindly take a minute, subscribe to this channel, like, comment. Let me hear your comment, and have a lovely Sunday.